Hi, welcome to the channel, Where to Live in Dallas, Texas. And today we are spilling the Texas tea on the life and homes in the Big D. And actually today we're inside a little pocket of Dallas, which is called Highland Park. It is its own town, about 9,000 people inside Dallas and separate from Dallas. So I want you to listen today. We're also going to talk about I have a trivia question for you, a Texas trivia question. And that question is, can you tell me the name of the first outdoor shopping village in the United States that was built in 1931? See if you can figure out the name of that. But we're gonna start, first of all, we're gonna jump into kind of what I wish I had known about Highland Park before I moved to Dallas, Texas over 20 years ago. And through that, we're gonna talk about kind of the positives and negatives, the pros and the cons, upsides and downsides. And starting with, okay, the first con of living in Highland Park could be that it's not actually part of Dallas. So you are not actually in Dallas proper. And if you want that Dallas address, it is not Dallas. But that con can also be a positive because that means that Highland Park has its own municipalities. It has its own police department. There's a Highland Park Independent School District, which actually some of that, one thing you got to be careful in Texas is that the independent school districts are separate from the cities and towns. So they might spill over into another town. The name of the town is not necessarily the name of, or the city is not necessarily the name of the school district. But so Highland Park has its own services, and that means that sometimes that can be faster. There's a lower crime rate than overall what is in Dallas, and that can actually be a huge pro, but it's not part of Dallas, has its own taxes, its own municipality. And that is a huge pro actually for most people living in Highland Park and why they love it. It's sort of its own little bubble. Okay, so another big con to living in Highland Park is the parking. Like, you may drive around for a while at high peak times looking for a place to park. And sometimes along the streets, there's quite a few cars parked. It can be a little tight going down the streets. And people sometimes use those streets as thoroughfares when there's a lot going on. And so people may be driving down your street just trying to get somewhere. So that is something to know. On the upside, a lot of times people that live in Highland Park, they just know kind of when to go. You can kind of work around, and there is still parking. So it's not impossible. A lot of places have valet. There's like Snyder Plaza has been really kind of tough for the last year or two. They've been remodeling it, but they've opened also a new parking garage right across on Daniel Street. So the locals kind of know where to go, where to park, and what time and how to get around. So the other pro is that, you know, while the parking is tough, but you're close to the DFW airport and Love Field and downtown Dallas. You're close to both 75 and the Dallas North Tollway. So you really can get anywhere fairly quickly. So you have great access living down here. So you have to imagine that it is going to be harder to park because it's denser living and a lot of people want to be here. Okay, so another con is that Highland Park can have a reputation for being a little exclusive and snobby, but there can be some truth to that because there is a lot of money here. But on the flip side, you know, there's about 9,000 people that live in this 2.2 square miles or whatever. You know, people love it. They stay here, they raise their family. I was just at Mi Casino and I talked to a man that's part of the Dallas Country Club. He loves going on Fridays and having the fish and the gumbo, and you know, he knows there's a long waiting list, but he's lived here for 60 years, raised his kids in school here, and loves it. So there's a lot of focus on family and faith and service. And the friends that I have that have lived in Highland Park, I have one in particular, one of the most generous people I know, and I wouldn't at all call her a snob. She has great taste and she's a great friend, and her husband's been very successful, but I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm happy for her and I consider her one of my dearest friends. So it kind of is what you are looking for, and that's a lot of what you'll find. So on the pro side too, yeah, it's kind of exclusive. The pro side is that the schools are amazing and people don't want to leave, and you're going to find a great sense of community here. People are very focused on their churches. There's a lot of church attendance. There's a lot of community events. And at the holidays, it's just amazing. Like Christmas tree lights go up, and even, you know, the fall, like people, I think there's a rule you have to put pumpkins on your porch. Maybe there's not a rule really, but it's just everybody embraces the holidays, the seasonal changes. And I think a lot of people really live life to their fullest in this neighborhood. And I even saw a gentleman out earlier at the park with his wheelchair, his nurse, just going to the park, and he, just still is enjoying living down here and getting out of the house, the ability to go for a walk on the sidewalks and to the parks. So the last con, and one of the big ones, is the cost. The cost to live in Highland Park. The tax rate is like 2.5%. The average home's about $2.5–3 million. So that is not affordable for everybody. That's a major con to living in Highland Park. So your average income, you're going to need to have an income of, $250,000 or $300,000 a year to buy a home. Or a lot of the people that buy down here buy cash. So one or the other is how you're going to live in Highland Park. That's another con, but the pro is that there are beautiful, beautiful homes down here. The architecture is wonderful. Spanish Revival, Georgian, Tudor, French Provincial. I mean, there's a long list of architects and interior designers that have poured their life's careers into creating really remarkable, beautiful homes here in Highland Park. So if you care about craftsmanship, quality of work, design, care and attention to detail, and you want to put your money into something that is really a work of art and that's very special, then this is a great place to find a showpiece, special home like that you can just love and adore and keep beautiful for the next generation. So those are just some of the pros and cons of living in Highland Park. And to answer to my Texas trivia question about what was the first outdoor shopping village in the United States, well, we are standing right in it. It is Highland Park Village. And Highland Park Village has a lot of very high-end shops and some great restaurants. Most of it is shopping, but you've got a Mi Cocina if you want Spanish, Mexican food. If you want Italian food, there's an Italian restaurant. There's a really great steak place. It's also got a little coffee shop and Sedella's. I was in there the other day and found out that they have, I've looked around Dallas for gluten-free bagels. They make fresh gluten-free bagels at Sedella's. So that's your spot to go. I know there's other gluten-free people out there, so I may mention that. And they also had really great iced tea. So I judge restaurants by the quality of their iced tea, and they passed. So Highland Park Village, we're gonna take a little walk around, see what all is here. There is a map behind me. I mean, this is a very European, this was built in 1931 and it still looks pristine. The sidewalks, the little streets through here, and the parking is all brick, beautiful. And you can see behind me the places in, it's sort of a rectangle, and all the places in orange are restaurants, and then all the shops are very high end. And they even have, I found on their website, they have shoppers that can help you shop. So if you've got the funds to get a personal shopper, there's no reason not to have a really stylish wardrobe when you have this at your fingertips here in Highland Park. And Bistro 31 is very famous, very special, and it is right behind me here up the stairs and through. And it's next to the Rolex store if you need a special timepiece. So these are like, the shopping places here are investment pieces, investment wardrobe and jewelry pieces. And it's also just a great place for a ladies' day out and go out with your friends and go shopping. I see a lot of women going in and out of the St. Michael's Women's Exchange. That's a great place to find baby clothes, baby gifts, Christmas decor. That's really a great little shop, and I know it's very popular. Also spoke to a lady at lunch that came. She drove from quite a ways to come down here to go to the Women's Exchange to get a box of cheese sticks that she likes to serve the holidays. So come check this out. Whether you're gonna live here in Highland Park or not, you're gonna wanna come down here and check out some of the shops. While most of them are big names that you will know and recognize, like Chloe, Chanel, there's a Beretta gallery for the guys. There are also some other smaller boutiques. There's a perfumery, Le Labo, right behind me. You can get an exclusive scent. There's a Peepers for sunglasses, which I need right now. And Dino's Cobbler shoe repair. You can make those nice shoes that you invest in. really last. I think I want to go in La Vie Style House. I'll let you know how that goes. Texas isn't just a place, it's a promise. Texas opens doors to opportunities. It's big land and bold living. And whether it's city lights or country nights, Texas has it all. No state income tax, a booming economy, strong values, strong families. Your future starts here. Buy bold, live free, and own Texas. Your only decision is where to live in Texas. Whether you savor wide open skies or skyline views, our team in Dallas and trusted partners across Texas are here to guide you every step of the way. To be a part of Texas tomorrow, call today. Don't delay. Call Janae. My question for you, a little piece of Texas trivia here in Highland Park, is what shopping center opened in Highland Park in 1931 and what is it known for? Okay, so here's the answer. It's Highland Park Village, and it was the first open air shopping center in the United States. And so this is a piece of history, and it is so pristine. It still looks lovely. The driveway and all the parking spots are made of brick, red brick, as well as the sidewalks. And it's got some really great restaurants. Behind me was Sadelle's, and I just stopped in there for a really nice, refreshing iced tea and loaded up with some gluten-free bagels to take home. They have look like some gorgeous steaks. You can make reservations to have a really nice steak dinner at Sadelle's. But there were a lot of people in there today just having casual lunch, coffee. There's two sides to it. So another place that is really neat and really popular down here and has some great gifts is behind me. It's the St. Michael's Women Exchange behind me. You can find really great Christmas decor, gifts, baby gifts, just unique things for your home or for friends and family that you want to get something special for. Notice the architecture, a lot of Spanish style, European style, a lot of cast stone. And like I said, it just looks pristine as you come through Village. There are a lot of high-end shops. Oscar de la Renta, you have Chloe. I'm seeing there is a Rolex shop right next to a great little cafe. There is some that I'm not as familiar with, but they look great. It's like the Double J is coming right here. There is Valentino right here ahead of me. Valentino, look behind me. You can see Valentino. Celine Paris. It's so quiet and calm and beautiful. The trees are beautiful, so you have some shaded walking while you shop. And we're just now getting into fall, although it is 90 degrees outside this afternoon, late afternoon. And you will see pumpkins laying around, and pumpkins and gourds. So you can maybe see some behind me. We like our pumpkins and gourds in Texas. They grow very large, and we like the variety. Green, orange, white, whatever. So I think it's a rule you have to decorate with pumpkins if you live in Highland Park in fall. And we have Fendi, Tory Burch. It's sort of a rectangle, and shops in the middle, shops around the perimeter. You can park anywhere here. There's also some parking right across from the Village, and very, very walkable. Rag and Bone for the guys. It's down here, beautiful display behind me. What I'm not seeing is like a really good bookstore and some art galleries, but you could build a fabulous wardrobe down here with the Dior, and just some of the more boutique shops have really some nicely curated clothing options. And here we have the Honor Bar. It's known for a very special cocktail. It's got some peach and pineapple and champagne in it. I'm not a cocktail drinker. I like champagne, so that one might be good. I don't know, but I think if you put in a hard day shopping down here, you might want to come try one. There aren't a lot of Honor Bars around. This is one of the few. And you can see the architecture behind me, the vines growing up the side of the buildings. This is just great inspiration for a shopping center. If you want to build a shopping center, this would be a great style to incorporate. So very European looking behind me with the balcony up above. And we're coming up on There's a Christian Louboutin behind me. You know, so my former trademark attorney self comes out here. That was a big lawsuit, and Christian Louboutin was able to trademark the red soles to their shoes. That is very distinctive. Kind of like Tiffany's has a trademark on the Tiffany blue in relation to jewelry. And here is Love Shack Fancy behind me. Really flowery, roughly cute young lady, young at heart clothing. I know a lot of other clothing lines have been inspired by Love Shack Fancy. Okay, so Jimmy Choo, I see. And there's an Italian restaurant right here, Italian American. Back down this way is where you'll find the Rolex store if you're looking for a watch. And here behind me is the map. And if you can kind of see, in orange are some of the restaurants. They're scattered around, little places to eat, but mostly shopping. And I would say a lot of jewelry, clothes, and handbags, high-end. Hermes is here. But I saw a lot of people going into the women's exchange. It was very popular. Of course, Love Shack Fancy is just a beautiful store, and they put all the flowers outside to make it special. So a little bit of something here for everybody. The nicest thing is it's just great architecture throughout the whole area, and it is just a calm, peaceful place to come shop. It's quiet. It's nice. Right? I mean, you're just right by downtown Dallas, yet it is so calm and so quiet. Okay, so I'm obviously not going to be able to talk about all of the shops down here in Highland Park Village, but I wanted to talk about a couple of them. One is the Oscar de la Renta right behind me, and look at the architecture of the building. The Spanish Revival is just beautiful. But down on the bottom floor, there's a little boutique down there, and you can go in and find like a great Mother of the Bride dress, or just a special fall or spring dress that you want. It doesn't have to be special occasion. They have some beautiful dresses. Oscar de la Renta, I think he passed away about 2015, and about 2017 or so, the company really did a rebranding, got new designers, new styles, and there's just some gorgeous dresses in there. There was a coral one with some big bows that I thought was great. So that's one of the really great boutiques you can come in and get a lot of just one-on-one attention in finding the right party dress or special dress for you. And then over here behind me is the St. Michael's Women's Exchange. Women are in and out of there all day long, getting gifts for baby showers, wedding showers, for each other, for Christmas, to decorate the house, stocking stuffers. That's just a really fun shop for a lot of, I would say household, but also things for, like, you know, for gifts, gift-giving occasions. Because in Texas, we do lots with baby showers and wedding showers. We love our babies, and we love to take care of the mamas that are having the babies, and we like to love on new babies and new mamas, and that is very much a Texas thing. You'll also see a lot of people do sip and sees. Sometimes the grandmothers will have something with their friends after the baby arrives to show off the new grandbaby. So that's something we do here. The Sadells behind me has really great steaks, and they have the restaurant side and then the side where you can just go and get a cup of coffee, get iced tea. They make bagels, including gluten-free bagels. They make them fresh. So if you're looking for a gluten-free bagel, this is the place. It's here in Highland Park Village. And just want you to see, maybe I'll just kind of walk down the street here so you can see the architecture. Can you see that behind me? It's just beautiful. I know you can see the Oscar de la Renta, and above it is where Park House has. There are these exclusive clubs kind of popping up in Highland Park. Park House is one that brings in a lot of special speakers and events. It's more educational and artistically focused, but it's just also a place to go get a coffee or a cocktail. More of these clubs are popping up. The Dallas Country Club is very hard to get into. There's a wait list. You have to be invited and recommended. So there are other parks. There's or other clubs that are coming up. There's like wine clubs, and I don't know, you can start your own if you wanted to. But in a city that is now, DFW Metroplex is almost 8 million. Some of these smaller clubs pop up, and they do cost to get into. But as you can imagine, they're renting that space and keeping up with that, and someone's running it. So there's an expense to being part of one of those clubs. See, I just don't know if you can see the architecture of all this. We'll just walk down the street. And today there's a book signing. I saw there was a photographer had a book here at the Women's Exchange. It feels very safe down here. You know, there's all over Highland Park, moms out with their strollers and their babies, or grandmas or babysitters, nannies out with them, but all day long. We're walking by Chloe. Some beautiful clothes in there. You could run up a credit card really fast in this little shopping area. So we've got Valentino. Some of these shops you're not going to find all over Dallas. This is the place to come to get your Rolex, get your Valentino. Just remember, whether you want to live in Highland Park or someplace else in the Dallas area, you can give us a call, shoot us a text, or schedule a Zoom. And all that information is in the description and also pinned to the top of the comments below. So go ahead and reach out to us, and we can help you find what the perfect neighborhood is for you. But we're here every day. I'm trying to get you this information. These are the kinds of things that I wish I had known about Dallas before I moved to Dallas. And that's kind of what I ask myself with all of these is, what would I like to have known about Dallas? And I'm trying to bring you that information. So remember, don't delay, call Janae. So a tour of Highland Park might not be complete without coming down and seeing Town Hall. We're looking at the little courtyard, and there's some gardens if you go down here. But the Town Hall was built in 1913, and it's a Spanish colonial revival style. And you're gonna see it behind me here in just a moment. Look at the water feature here at the front of the Town Hall, Highland Park. And then here is our Spanish colonial style building. And in the 1920s, okay, this was built in 1913, but in the 1920s, if you wanted to go enjoy some arts or do something fun, it was an hour carriage ride to downtown. So to get to downtown Dallas, it took that long. So they started deciding, hey, we need to have a library and art gallery here. And in 1930, the library was added. I'm gonna go inside and show that to you. It's really, really pretty. Let's take another look here behind me at the front door to the town hall. It's lovely. So, you know, back when this was started, it took an hour to get to downtown. There's a lot of great places in Dallas. It takes an hour to get to downtown now. So here, we're inside. Now we're inside the town hall, and I'm gonna show you that's the library down there. Really nice library. They have a lot of events going on. And, oh, and you can pay your parking ticket right here. But don't get one of those. I don't know, you probably would if you lived here because parking is so tight. At some point, you might inadvertently park in the wrong spot and get to come to town hall to pay your parking ticket. How about you residents of Highland Park? Let me know in the comments, have you had the opportunity to come pay a ticket at town hall? And I mean, hey, if you have to, you might as well make the best of it. Go ahead, get your library card and check out the library. And I was kind of wrong about there being a park down below, but you can sit here on these little ledges and you can see a little bit of the creek below me. Can you see that? It's really pretty. Very pretty. A waterway. So, you know, part of why Highland Park is so sought after and so beautiful is because it was well planned and made beautiful. And a lot of that is trending even in the suburbs of Dallas. We're making beautiful shopping centers, beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhoods. And so there are other places you can find this kind of beauty, but Highland Park is unique and it's very established. You know, Highland Park might be the perfect fit for you and your family. You can let me know. Don't delay, call Janae.